everybody, this is Arum if I look a little different, it's because Hyper's service is closed, so I'm doing the offline version, and which this means that my avatar got deleted, so I had to recreate it. But yeah, like not everything was, I couldn't really salvage everything, so I basically had to recreate my avatar as best as I can. So, but I don't mind. At least I got most of it, since I mainly used free stuff. But I might have to change my avatar profile picture and everything on my social media and my website stuff. But yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been updating for a while. It's like I've been busy with personal stuff. I'm mainly here just to give like updates, like what I'm watching, what I'm reading, what I'm playing. Well, the animes I'm watching right now are Windbreaker Season 2, Lazarus, Kulon Generic Romance, Your Forma, and The Dinner Table Detective. And then I'm also watching Moonrise too, which I might do a full review since all 18 episodes are on Netflix. I think out of the animes I'm watching right now, I'm enjoying Windbreaker and Kulon Generic Romance the most. And then for reading, I haven't done much reading because I've been in a bit of a reading slump. So well, for books, I'm reading Honeybees and Distant Thunder by Riku Onda, and then manga-wise, I finished reading this BL webtoon called It's Not Like That by Gangto. It's actually one of my favorites. So if you go on Lezen, it's available there. And then I'm also trying to get back into reading by trying to read physical manga. I'm trying to continue with Witch Hat Atelier and Pandora Hearts, which are two ongoing series I'm reading right now. Game-wise, I finished WarioWare Touched. You can read a review of it on my blog. And then I also finished Pokemon X too. It was actually pretty fun replaying it after like a decade or so. Yes, it's easy, but doesn't mean that it's bad. It's easy. I mean, easy, and like some games are easy and fun, but some just because a game is easy doesn't mean it's bad. So just to summarize my experience. But it was quite a crazy ride since I found two shinies. One of them was a shiny Flababy that I used on my playthrough. But yeah, my overall thoughts on the game are on my blog. Currently, I'm playing Final Fantasy III for the DS, which it was a game that I've played and then stopped like many times in the past, but this time I wanted to get like a complete playthrough of it, and I'm enjoying it a lot. I've actually made it farther than my previous playthroughs. But yeah, like I've recorded a few videos, so I might put that like with this update video. Actually, for writing, other than my blog, I've also been writing my original story Lavender Eyes, but the only bad thing is that I've been in a bit of a creative block, so I haven't been updating in like a month or so, but hopefully I should be able to get back into things either this weekend. If not, then maybe June. But yeah, hopefully my motivation to read and to write should come back. Since I haven't been reading a while lately, so I decided that June will be the month I'll try to get back into reading. I've been trying to challenge myself by reading a book daily, or just read something like once a day. So here's my weekly log of what I read. Okay, so day 1 is Witch Hat Atelier Volume 6. My full review is in my full review for all of the ones I've read so far are on my blog, which includes the previous volumes and the other books I'm going to talk about. So yeah, so Witch Hat Atelier Volume 6. I think this, I know the anime is announced, and I've watched the trailer, like my eyes are like I've drilled my brain and my eyes into the trailer so many times. I know what I could think about it in my sleep. But I think that if they ever make like a second season or something, I think Volume 6 would be a good place to start the next like a continuation. Okay. Day 2, I read the Nintendo 3DS manual. Yes, I read the manual because it was lying around in my stuff, but basically, like, it's just basically like how to operate the 3DS. Like, I mainly play, like, I've been playing games on my 3DS, so I'm just like, why not? I mean, I didn't learn anything new, but it was still nice to get like a refresher. And then day 3, I read a picture book called Vito the Governor's Cat. I got this book as like a gift. Well, my mom gave it to me when in turn she got it from a gift. Like, she got it from an event that she went to. But yeah, it's written by former Georgia Governor Nathan Deal, and it's just a cute little memoir about his cat. Like, it's written from the cat's perspective too. It's just like little vignettes of like the cat Vito's life when he was born with his brother Bill to living with the former governor, and then his life after his term. Yeah, I think what stands out the most is the fact that the pictures are really pretty. The pictures are illustrated by Cheryl Reiner Hodge. I think that's her name. And the way she paints all of the animals in the story are really pretty. And then day 4, I read another Pokemon book. So like, who remembers Pokemon Brain Busters? Because I have it. It's just mainly like a quiz book, like a trivia book, like about your Pokemon anime knowledge. It's super old too, so it's just like, oh, it's like basically all like, do you remember your Johto trivia or your Kanto trivia or your Johto or your Orange Islands trivia? But it's mainly like Johto and Kanto trivia, because Orange Islands doesn't seem to exist in this book for some reason. Only just one mention, which was the second movie, but that's about it. Oh no, I think Tracy was mentioned once. That's about it though. And then I didn't really finish this book, but day 5, it was just mainly me focusing more on writing rather than reading. But still, like, I'm writing my own, like, hold on for a second. If you don't know about me, I write my own original stories. I've written a few so far. My first one is called Boundaries, which is like a romance between two a short romance between two artists. And then the second one I've read, which I vlogged on my day 5 reading challenge, is my ongoing original series called Lavender Eyes. Currently it has 132 chapters, and you can read it on Tapas, Royal Road, Webnovel, Wattpad. But yeah, it's mainly about how do I describe it? It's like a BL fantasy novel about a guy named the MC Arcturus is trying to find out to see if these dragons that used to live on his planet were actually real, and then so he decides to go travel to ancient ice ruins that the dragon was last rumored to be seen a long time ago. And then he does eventually make it there, but then he meets a guy named Nova, who has lavender eyes and the same powers as the dragons. And yeah, it's just basically like, it's mainly like a BL that's more focused on the plot rather than romance, but it's like a slow burn romance too. And I just like plot stories. Like I like while I do like character and romance stories, I just like things that focus more on like world building. Like if it's like so it's like I like so yeah, but basically like I like stuff like if it's like a fantasy-esque story, I would like to know more about the story, but like in some cases like mine's a science fantasy story, so like I need to like make the readers engage in the world building, and then like romance can be like a bonus and stuff like that, or like it's just like I'm trying to find a way to balance it. But yeah, I think I'm rambling on a bit too much, but yeah, day 5 was me reading through a few chapters of my web novel because I was focusing on a new chapter. Yeah, so if you're curious, you can click on the links below if you want to read it in the description below. And then day 6 has me reading a BL manga called No Touching at All, or you might know it as the Japanese name Doshitemo Furetakunai. If you are aware of Koyoneta, you probably heard of Twittering Birds Never Fly, or the Japanese name Saezuru Tori wa Hapa Takanai. Like Twittering Birds is Yoneta's like magnum opus, but I do like her No Touching at All universe a bit better because it was the first work I've read from her, or from them. I don't know the gender, so like from them, and then it's like the one I'm a bit attached to the most, even though it's like pretty simple. Yeah, it's very emotional, and it is like a BL that focuses more on like the emotional aspects of storytelling rather than like PWP. The story was published back in 2008, which was at a time where BL stories were mainly PWP, or just like more like focused on the romance aspect. Well, while Doshitemo Furetakunai has romance element, it does tell like a compelling emotional story like between the two characters. So it's just like it was like one of the rare cases where story was more above the characters in a way, but it's a good balance of both. And the spin-off sequel, Even So I'll Love You Tenderly, or the Japanese name Soredemo Yasashiku. I'm sorry, I butchered that. But yeah, I think it got an English license, the spin-off sequel, and it's coming out next month, so I might get to that. And then day 7 has me more focused on writing than reading. And so like if you don't know, I also write reviews. I write Pokemon Horizon reviews for Bulba Garden, but I also do it on my blog too. So it's just like so I was mainly focusing on like gathering my thoughts and writing down my honest opinions of the episode that aired a few days ago. And yeah, like whenever I write something, I read over it, so I do consider that writing just, well, I mean, the challenge is from my perspective and like my standards. So yeah, the stuff I write and the stuff I read while writing are considered writing. I mean, hey, I read just the Nintendo 3DS manual, so yeah, that's a little day 3. No, that's day 7 I meant. And then today is June 9th, which is day, or no, not June 9th. And now yesterday was June 8th. And then for June 8th, which is day 8 of my challenge, I read Judy Moody Saves the World, and I'm currently writing a review for that, but overall it's not really a story I'll get into, because for one, it's for kids, and second, I wasn't really a big Judy Moody fan growing up. But I do admit that Judy Moody is kind of like, the plot's kind of, I mean, it's pretty simple for kids, like. And then the one I read is about environmental awareness and recycling, and is written in a way that kids can understand. But the one thing I just didn't like is that Judy didn't really get reprimanded for her actions. Like, she did pretty like mean stuff to like her brother, even though her brother and her parents, like, she's trying to like throw away stuff without their consent. And then like, you know, like, she was like, oh, I'm gonna sleep on this tree and it's my new room now, but then she never really like suffers the consequences of like her decisions or her actions. So I just don't really think that's like a good example for kids and stuff. But yeah, I do get that she's like an overly impressionable kid since she's in 3rd grade, but still. So yeah, now that it's Monday, June 9th, just trying to see what I can do. This is like June, okay, so it's June 9th, so I'm still gonna continue, and I'll probably be back with a new video next week or whenever. But yeah. But yeah, if you're interested in any of the stuff I've read, you can check out my reviews and the links in the description below. And you just come visit my blog once in a while. Yeah, and this was Arum, ecargmura, signing out. Have a great day. Bye!